Aloha, Hoku, Ohana. Thank you guys so much for joining me here for your reading. This is a super exciting one because you're definitely going through a major shift at this stage in your life. There is a major transition occurring, not just within you, but also when it comes to your external reality reconfiguring itself to correspond with all the internal growth that you guys have gone through. And I'm hearing it's serving as a major catalyst. There's something that you guys are being prepared for, and it literally is about something being divinely aligned, okay? Something that is divinely aligned, all right? Like you have aligned yourself with some type of divinity that is drawing near. And it reminds me of the last reading that we did in regards to there's a gift from the gods coming in for you guys. And I do feel like it is this new shell. It's almost like this new version of yourself that you're stepping into where you're breaking free of an old shell or old archetypal mold. And you're now, I'm hearing it's now becoming evidently clear to you, that who it is that you've had to be to get to this point is no longer who you need to be moving forward, and that's definitely going to be revealing itself to you in very tangible ways. Okay, maybe there's the things that you're going to go on to do, but yeah, a hermit crab outgrows its shell and it will search for a larger one to move into. So I feel like a lot of you have outgrown just outdated beliefs maybe that have been molding your reality, and I'm seeing like you kind of stepping into your as an architect. Like you guys are now the architect of your destiny and also how you hold energy within your vessel, and it's just inviting more harmonious, fluid navigation moving forward. Okay, so it's like you're no longer attaching to the way that things once were, things that have served a purpose in your life but also no longer do moving forward. Okay, and this is a molting process that you guys are going through. It's similar to how reptiles shed their skin. Just as a reptile periodically goes through this shedding of their skin, a hermit outgrows their exoskeleton and it needs to shed it. And I feel like this is maybe some type of again, archetypal mold that you guys have created to survive the matrix, but instead of just surviving, you're stepping into a season where you're about to be thriving, and it's because you're no longer just merely interacting with the matrix and becoming a passive observer of your reality, but instead you're becoming a sovereign creator and you're an outsider looking in, and you're using this navigation that you guys have. And also I'm hearing a lot about angelic assistance that is supporting you along this major transition. Okay, so a hermit outgrows his shell, which sometimes means that they will be lacking some type of, again, exoskeleton, maybe temporarily, and you're almost being supported when it comes to a temporary safe house. So this could be a safe passage or clearance that you guys are gaining when it comes to, all right, it's time to move forward with this thing, it's time to be able to step into this next octave of myself. I'm able to now apply this higher knowledge into my earthly experience. I'm now navigating this transition as my higher self would, because I am my higher self in physical form, and it's like you've never been this version of yourself before, and you can expect things to move very fluidly, and I'm hearing like swimmingly as well. But yeah, it's almost like there's a house swap chain or a chain of events where you're going to be shifting. That's what I'm seeing. But I'm also seeing you guys shape shifting. Like you guys are going to be shape shifting. I'm hearing like before everybody's eyes, but you're about to witness how you're able to shape shift through your different archetypal molds, okay, and forms. And you're going to realize that you're being supported in multiple dimensions, okay? You're being supported along multiple dimensions, and you're going to be able to tune into this. All right. Yeah, I'm also seeing like, what is it? It's something around, you're being supported, not just in the human realms, but you're being supported in many realms. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. Something about the different realms, okay, that you're being supported in. All right, so in the metaphysical realm, this represents change and adaptability. When you talk about the molting process, a hermit crab frequently switches shells to accommodate their growth. So again, a lot of you, this could be environmental factors, just things that you've also outgrown. Again, things that are maybe outdated ways of doing things, but you have like this new navigation system. One experiencing life on earth, okay? And I'm hearing you're getting to choose your experiences more consciously at this stage in your life, and you understand how they shift the timelines in which you will experience. And it could signify, again, a major transition where you're going to have to adapt to new changing circumstances. Vulnerability is also going to be the only bridge to connection with this, so it's almost like you cannot have the new without molding this version of self, okay? Some of you, again, I definitely get this as archetypal molds, maybe personality traits that are not yours necessarily, but it's something that maybe the human had created, again, in order to survive. But again, you're stepping into a season of thriving where you're breaking free from the shell of who you thought you were, and it's like you're returning back to your true self and your innocent spirit of exploration, okay? And this is going to definitely help you make friends with the unknown. It's like you're no longer marking your life as zones of safe versus unsafe. So yeah, it definitely requires like a molting process where it may even feel like I'm hearing like it may feel like you're losing a part of yourself, or a part of yourself that's been there for so long. Again, maybe it's been like a safety net or a sense of security. I'm hearing like a security blanket in some way. And blankets in the metaphysical realm do usually represent where you want to like protect yourself. So maybe this is where you guys have had your walls up really, really high, and there is something about that dissolving, you know? Because I'm seeing like Neptune and Pisces energy. Oh, and I feel like this is what it is. So like with Neptune and Pisces, I'm also seeing Saturn and Pisces as well. So it can be hard because the boundaries can be dissolved, okay? Maybe you feel like there's a higher power that's guiding your life, but I'm seeing like Saturn, for some reason, yeah, moving into Aries, where it's like some kind of wall is going to be breaking down, because Aries is like the trailblazer and it shows like the end of a cycle. So this is like the birth of a new you. That's literally what's coming through here, especially when it comes to new responsibilities and commitments that you guys are going to be taking on. And it's going to shift your life in the bigger picture, and something that you're probably going to be doing over this next cycle, okay? But yeah, there is a secret order to the disorder that you may be feeling right now, and there is a cosmos within the chaos. So molting in the metaphysical realm, it shows that again, you're growing, you're changing, you're ready to move on to a new phase of your life, and you can literally sense this next chapter around the corner. And it also represents the forward-looking energy of Aquarius when we talk about molting, where it's like you're breaking free from this old skin, and combined with Capricorn stability, okay, again with Saturn, it suggests that you're ready to move forward with plans that were previously on hold, you know? So this could be where you guys are really just you're literally liberating yourself. It's going to be a very liberating experience for you, because it's not you're losing a part of yourself, but I'm hearing you're discovering parts of yourself that you have been like either underdeveloped, or aspects of yourself that you've kept repressed or suppressed in some way that are going to be coming to the surface. So yeah, it's super, super interesting. It's almost like you're discovering more of yourself. That's what this is. And you know, it does represent almost the hermit in the tarot card, right? So his archetype is like a holy man. It does show that you're going to be discovering new dimensions within yourself, and you're having this different type of level of spiritual awareness. So it's like you're aware of the spirit within, and how that's going to be I'm hearing leading the way when it comes to this next cycle. So there's two types of hermits, right? There's one who withdraws from life in order to live an entirely spiritual existence, and knows that others will care for his like, you know, needs. And there's another where he will begin to travel throughout the world using his knowledge and expertise to help others. And there could be something about the work that you guys have done internally is now meant to be shared. It's almost like you're going through these two phases of life where you're no longer seeing this as safe. You know, there's some type of discomfort that has been brewing for a while within what used to be a comfort zone to you, and now the discomfort is surpassing the comfort that you once had. And it's going to get to the point where it's like, all right, I give myself permission to be able to explore the unknown, and to be able to widen my horizons in some way. So yeah, it can also show where maybe there's been a sense of I don't want to say loneliness, but you guys have been alone, but you know that you've never really been lonely, because you've had again, it kind of reminds me of the Albert Einstein quote where he says, although I'm a typical loner in my daily life, my awareness of belonging to the invisible community of those who strive for truth, beauty, and justice has prevented me of feelings of isolation. So it's like, you know, that maybe it appears like you've been alone, but it feels like, again, you've been cultivating this really strong connection to the non-physical realm. And yeah, you're now being invited to come out of your shell in some way and embrace this new archetype where I'm hearing like you're going to see divinity be poured into also your human interactions in this way. But yeah, it's very, very interesting. It's almost like you're going to be now focusing on like more one-to-one connections, or just doing things that are more, I'm hearing, rooted in this reality as well. It's like you're going to be able to apply this otherworldly wisdom into, and I'm hearing, integrate that into this experience. Okay. So yeah, this could be like a pilgrimage that you guys are being invited to take, a long distance kind of trip, or maybe you're exploring aspects within yourself, but it's like a spiritual journey that you're going on, okay, whether this is physically or mentally, and you're definitely connecting with the higher realms. And I was seeing like part of fortune in the 12th, which is all about mastering these realms of healing and inner wisdom and being able to apply this wisdom, and it really signifies this spiritual strength that you guys do have. And yeah, there's definitely periods of introspection that you've been invited to undergo, meditation, spiritual practices to connect with the unseen realms and intangible forces that you may deeply feel are guiding your life with the North Node in Pisces. And yeah, it's about the ether within, and you're now unlocking like your true part of fortune in some way. But yeah, you definitely have some type of psychic abilities that have been heightened. New doors within your subconscious mind and connections within the spirit world are also going to be opened up for you during this time, and I'm definitely hearing, again, becoming heightened. So definitely expect a lot of shifts to go on there. And yeah, the challenge with this is going to be learning to kind of balance your material purpose as well as your spiritual one. So a lot of you, this is definitely in regards to your spiritual mission when it comes to life on earth. And I'm hearing just leaving this place better than you had found it when it comes to your terrestrial experience. So shell exchanges is what happens with hermits. So this is like a self-organizing system. I do feel like there's certain guides that are going to be deployed to you at different stages in your journey, and you're going to be going through like this intercommunication to assist you when it comes to, again, like a transition, like some kind of chain of events that's going to lead you exactly where it is that you need to be at the time that you need to be there, but it's going to ensure that everything unfolds for you at the speed of alignment. So shell exchanges, hermit crabs that live together, may help each other find new shells. And I feel like this is upon like your earthly journey, right? And earth being like your temporary home in some way. It's like your home away from home. And they may form a line by size, with the largest crab moving into the new shell and the next largest crab moving into the shell vacated by the previous crab. So I do feel like there's some type of teaching, something that you guys are going to be learning, or some kind of transition that you're going to be assisted with in some way. And yeah, it's super interesting because hermits can definitely be very picky about their shells as well. They want to find a shell that they completely fit into. So a lot of you, this could be stepping into a different level of like authenticity, right? Which is about blending almost harmonic, I'm hearing sensitive, elegant, multi-dimensional aspects of self, and really translating that very sophisticatedly through the human archetype. All right, so this is almost what it's giving me, right? But yeah, most hermits crabs molt their shells every 12 to 18 months. So this could be like the nodal shifts that have happened, right? And you guys have just gone through that 18-month cycle. But there's a huge shift that's about to happen for you. And just as we outgrow our clothing, crabs outgrow their shells. And prior to molting, a crab will actually reabsorb some of the calcium carbonate from the old exoskeleton and secretes enzymes to separate the old shell from the underlying skin, or the epidermis, which is the external layer of the skin. And it secretes a new soft paper-like shell beneath the old one. So this is almost like you guys finally taking one look at your back at your past, right, or everything that's led you to this point. And I definitely get you guys, again, absorbing all of the emotional and informational and experiential data that you've undergone, and being able to really process that and integrate that so you can move forward with this different type of, I'm hearing mastering the art of surrender, which is going to allow you to really see your biggest transformation take place, because there is nothing holding you back anymore, and you're no longer holding yourself back in any way either. So yeah, this is super, super interesting. And yeah, let's go ahead and see what this energy is. So definitely the hermit vibes that's coming through. I do feel like this is a huge act of self-love that you guys are performing for yourselves as well. So yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful energy. But yeah, there's whispers of something as of yet unforeseen, and there's some type of peace that's about to emerge from this act of self-love that you guys are acting on. We even have a man holding a heart even behind that, so definitely a huge act of self-love for you guys. And then you even have heart, home, compassion here as well. So yeah, it's almost like I'm hearing just like a new and improved. There's like a new and improved energy that's going on. Right, let's go ahead and open up with a Cosmos Oracle message and see what the theme is around this stage in your life right now. Let's take a look at the Hermit's journey. And again, it does remind me of numerical 9, because this is ruled by the Hermit, and it is actually ruled by Neptune energy, which is about this intangible force. It's about the auric layer of the body, right? The ozone layer, which is the intangible part. So it definitely reminds me of that. Yeah, it definitely reminds me of that vibe. Let me see if I can find anything else that may be relevant with this as well. This reminds me of the solstice meditation that we did, so I'll go ahead and link that down below as well. Yeah, this was like a numerical 9 read that we did. Okay, let's see. So you could be invited to step through a new realm. Okay, we literally have DNA. So there's definitely things that are being reactivated within you. Okay, again, this is like new multi-dimensional parts of self. And then we have celestial uterus here at the base, which is so beautiful, because again, it talks about the birth of a new life, the birth of a new you. And then we even have the 528 hertz frequency behind that, which is the love frequency. Okay. Right, let's go ahead and read. You also could be, again, you have attraction even behind that. So it's almost like, I'm hearing your center point of attraction right now, okay? So DNA basically talks about demonstratable gifts that you may be kind of, again, re-downloading from your most, again, sophisticated, multi-dimensional, elegant, you know, forms, and you're being kind of invited to, I'm hearing, just translate that into this experience. So again, it connects us with the information of our lineage, and this is about transmissions of this information that you're going to be receiving. Again, this is going to be throughout the quantum field, or again, this, you know, this bioelectrical field, the morphic genetic field through resonance, where it stores the, you know, memory, okay, your ancestral memory, and also your parallel lives. And this is going to help you, again, channel hidden gifts and talents in the family, and this is going to show itself in a very positive way, but it's going to reveal something about your own lineage. And again, a lot of you, this is like your starseed lineages, right, your cosmic origins, things of this nature, and how you're going to apply those multi-dimensional aspects of self into this multi-dimensional terrestrial plane. So again, you're connecting to your inner self during this time. It also talks about cutting a pattern is the way to heal and transform it. If you feel an energy that comes with demonstrable gifts, enjoy the qualities that are given to you and bring forward the wisdom of your lineage. And that's exactly what the Hermit is, right? He's a very, very wise archetype. So there is something about you guys bringing forward, again, that ability in some way, and being able to I'm hearing something around being able to not just demonstrate it, but being able to kind of bring that to light. Okay, so this also again shows, again, things that are basically going to be coming in from parallel lives or past lives, and it's recorded in your cellular memory. Okay, so not only are you going through this external shift, but it's because of internal shifts that are going to be taking place within you. Let's go ahead and read celestial uterus then as well, because this is a supporting factor. Right, Genesis, fertility and support. Everything begins in the uterus as a container, solitary in silence, resting before leaving the dark to step into the light. And this is exactly what it is, right? With DNA, it's like you guys have been resting. You're taking one good look at that shell, right, of who it is that you know, once were, or who you believed yourself to be, and you're coming back to your true self. So giving birth to allow us to flourish in society and interact with the rest of the planet. So again, there is definitely something that you guys are doing, I'm hearing, like on a planetary level. And yeah, there's just many beings, okay, who are definitely supporting this. I'm hearing not just this vision, but this mission. All right, so the uterus gives us necessary time to contemplate the crucial phases of our life, above all of gestation. What else could possibly come from that seed? We are born as we flourish, we gestate and give birth to ourselves continuously in the cycle of life. We acknowledge ourselves as human creators who change our skin on a cyclical basis. Didn't we not just talk about that, right? So giving life and birth to new parts of our being, eventually revealing it from its hidden gestation process. Our projects and relationships are formed in the same way. It's a continuous birth in the fractal of life, which always needs two parts, the alchemy of elements and space to contain it. So again, with the alchemy of elements, this definitely gives me a very strong vibe of literally within your body, you were well equipped. It's a very elegant technology to be able to experience the process of alchemy through your vessel. And there is something about a huge alchemical process that's going on with you guys, where it's like, again, you're taking a good look at everything that's led you to this point, and you're taking all the Aladdin experiences and you're seeing the golden opportunity, which is really, really beautiful here as well. So wow, there's definitely new things that are unlocking within you, okay? New things that you guys are unlocking and accessing, okay? Let's see. And I'm hearing this is allowing new realities to be accessible to you, all right, as well. Super interesting. And that's what life path 9 is, and numerical 9 really is. It's about lifting the human veil and condition, even if temporarily, to allow the human to see that, you know, petty day-to-day things really don't matter. All that matters is how you have lived. Let me find it, because we made a group chat on Instagram, and I was talking to you guys yesterday, and there was a very specific part in the chat. I don't know if I have it here right now. But we're talking about take a moment to smell the flowers. Okay, so there's something about taking a moment to smell the flowers is going to be really, really important during this time. And again, it's like you don't really heal anything, you just simply learn to let go. And I feel like that's what you guys are embracing at this stage in your journey, okay? It's like life is not about finding our limitations, it's about finding our infinity, right? By Herbie. And the self-work that you guys have done in silence is about to echo through every part of your life, okay? And again, it's about to reveal and show itself as well. I'm not too sure. Let me see if I can find it. Again, taking a moment to smell the roses. You don't notice your growth if you're not present, and you're always thinking about planting the next seed and the next one and the next one. And then the human condition lifts either through trauma or at the end of one's life, of this incarnation, and you see the beautiful garden that you had created, and like the garden of yourself, right? And all these beautiful flowers that had blossomed, only to realize that you never took a moment to smell any of them. So there's something about really being able to experience and be present for every stage of it, because I'm seeing like a woman like basically pregnant, like an empress energy, right? And this could be about the birth of a conception, ideal, enterprise, but there's something around being present and realizing that things are always happening right now, even if they're invisible, okay? Even if it's happening in dimensions beyond what it is that you can currently perceive. There's something changing with you guys on a cellular level there with DNA, okay? So there's something huge that's going on. So again, this is what your growth looks like at a soul level. Did you take the time to enjoy the human experience? So there's something about you guys being present with every moment, right? Every single moment, really being able to absorb and experience every part of yourself and every aspect of yourself and every dimension of yourself, okay? Being able to honor the journey, okay? Right, let's go ahead and see. I definitely want to take a look at a oracle message, not an oracle message, a tarot message real quick, and see what the theme is around you. Ace of Cups. Wow. So again, acts of self-love. A lot of you, this could be a creative opportunity that you're opening up to, okay? A new beginning that's just going to bring you a lot of emotional fulfillment. And at the base, we have the Three of Coins. So this is about a level up that's happening in your guys' life, okay? Let's go ahead and clarify. Okay, so I did not bring that other deck, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and clarify with this deck. Maybe you're going to realize that there's some things that you don't need to bring with you, okay? Even aspects of yourself. I'm hearing you're exercising patience during this time. Yeah, we have Five of Trees, the Protector, the Seven of Lotuses, and the Wanderer. Okay, so this reminds you of the Wanderer, like wondering, those who wander are not lost. They're simply finding the opportunity to find a new way. And there's something about, again, lost is a state of mind, not knowing where you're going is an opportunity to find a new way. So it's almost like you guys are being shown where it is that you're going, okay? Or where it is that how you're going to get to a certain point or a certain vision, okay? And then you have Five of Trees, which is Five of Coins. So we'll go ahead and read these energies. Seven of Lotuses, which is Seven of Cups energy. So it's like you're definitely filtering through and trying to figure out what is actually going to bring you that emotional fulfillment on a soul level, because there's a lot of ways that you can take things down, okay? There's a lot of different routes, like a myriad level of infinite possibilities, and it's about how do you want to apply your infinite potential in this realm. And then you also have the Protector here as well, which is a King of Wands energy, so you'll definitely focus on that bigger vision and end goal. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the Wanderer first. See if we can find him. Okay, the Wanderer, it's the first page, and it's the Page of Wands. Wow. So yeah, the Wanderer understands that there's certain things that don't bring him emotional fulfillment anymore, or again, they've just left him feeling unfulfilled. So this is about you guys opening up to a new spectrum, okay? Like a new spectrum of your life to be able to experience things that you haven't before. So this is about a free spirit. Again, the spirit of exploration, and he's just excited about the journey as well. So new ideas and inspiration. He's grounding a creative spark into the physical realm. So a blur of a figure dances with two flames twirling in hypnotic arcs. They are quicker than the eye and avoid any chance of slowing down. For the Wanderer, standing still is to have never moved at all. They exhibit a sense of freedom that can only often be envied by others. An inner excitement burns fiercely within them, and they have a way of maintaining a fresh outlook on life that is as long as they keep moving. So again, it's almost like you guys are going to be excited about the journey itself, which is really, really beautiful. And you're realizing that you don't have to get to this place to be happy. It's like you're happy to experience how you're going to end up getting there at some phase in your life, how you're going to be able to embody the highest octave and highest dimensional planes of yourself possible. Okay, so when you see the Wanderer in a reading, it's symbolic of a new frontier of the soul revealing itself. Again, there's like a new aspect within you that's revealing itself. A spark of a new passion has taken off, and it only takes your excitement and freedom to fuel the flame, nurturing this new spark and carry it with you as you tread into the future. One can never have too many hobbies and passions in life. So again, allow yourself, and right after that, right, you have the Shapeshifter, which is a Knight of Wands energy, which I feel like you guys are doing or moving into. But it's like there's a huge level up, right? Because the Wanderer and the Protector are the Page of Wands and then the King of Wands. So it's almost like you're going to upsize or up level. It's like you're going through a transitional shift, but it's about to happen so fast where it's like you're going to look back and you're going to remember when you were in this little shell and you thought that was once so big. And I feel like you're going to be growing into new versions of yourself, new aspects of yourself, like your gifts, your abilities. Life is about to expand according to your courage, right? Life either shrinks or expands according to your courage. So there is something about that. Like I'm hearing move or be moved, because I'm also seeing some, it's not change that is painful, but it's a resistance to change that becomes painful. And I'm seeing like, the hermit kind of outgrow his shell, and his shell starts having cracks in it, and it becomes really detrimental, right? Because it's like I'm hearing not expressing your full multi-dimensional self in this realm. It's like I'm hearing you're prohibiting yourself from being able to do that in some way, and it's about the limitations that one sets on themselves. And yeah, this attachment is going to cause major suffering here. So there's something about being able to, again, surrender so that you can move through this experience very fluidly, which is very high vibrational, which is to not attach to the construct of this matrix and not mistake yourself for the shell, because you are not the shell, you are not the garment, you are the one that's wearing the garment. So there is something about it's okay to change, it is okay to evolve. That is the natural process of evolution, and this is a universal law in which we're all abiding to, right? So there's definitely this new level of almost like you being baptized in a way where you're able to look back at the version of yourself that you once were, and you're realizing that you know that version, but this version didn't know you. And just like you guys have grown so much from this last 18-month cycle, I feel like there's like a switch that's about to happen, and you're about to look back at this version of yourself, and you're going to realize that, oh my gosh, this was like also very like small. What you once thought was so big is is actually much smaller. But I'm seeing you guys look at things from a higher and higher perspective. And you're going to realize that in order to experience certain things in your external reality and reach certain places, you have to be willing to embody traits that maybe you haven't allowed yourself to fully grow into in some way. This is almost what it gives me for sure, or ancestrally, right, as well. Wow, so there's like a huge, again, shape-shifting energy. You go from a page to a King of Wands. So with the Protector, the King of Wands, this is about, again, a molten figure, okay, which is super interesting because we're talking about the molting process. He pounces towards a snowy field. And again, this is about flowing creativity in your perception. So the Protector has an inner need to guard their territory and those around them. They can predict outcomes of events before they have even begun. And with the Perception card and it being a mirror card, it definitely gives me a vibe of, okay, there's definitely some individuals who may be mirroring in abundance what they lack within themselves when it comes to their inability to just surrender to change, okay? And again, it's like what you resist becomes stronger. So this is where people may be at that internal war within themselves, and it's like you're realizing that life is too short to spend another day at war with yourself. It's like you're giving yourself permission to move on, you're giving yourself permission to change in one way or another. So this can be symbolic of an excellent time to take a deeper plunge into your creativity. There is a guarding energy around the projects that you're taking on, something bigger than you that knows it's important to see things through. Allow it to radiate through you and see this as a beneficial time for new ideas to emerge. Trust your intuition to guide you through this state of heightened creativity. So again, that's definitely something that you guys creatively are taking action towards, and it's going to bring you some type of emotional fulfillment when it comes to a new beginning. And it is just an act of self-love, which is about doing things for the soul's journey that may require you to make some type of irreversible choices and decisions, That's almost the vibe that it gives me. Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at Seven of Lotuses here as well. So, Seven of Lotuses, this is about under the water, a new world unfolds, and this is about daydreaming in this card, okay? So this is about you guys thinking about these things, right? So life has adapted, and now various fish and amphibians thrive in the recent flood, opening up new opportunities for growth. It is a symbol of duality, two worlds existing simultaneously. And that's exactly what's going on. It's like you're basically filtering through the infinite fractals that exist within you, and it's like, how do you want to express the full landscape of your multidimensionality into this realm? How do you want to blend and merge your most multidimensional non-physical aspects through, the physical realm, through the protein in your DNA, right? Through the physical aspects of your DNA. That's almost what it's giving me. What kind of tangible results do you want to be able to see and express in some way? So for many, the new rush of water is welcomed. For others, it may feel like an opportunity to adapt, okay? So again, I feel like it's both for you guys. It's like a welcoming in this opportunity to adapt in some way. So you find yourself immersed in a wondrous new world. The magic that flows through the chill waters is alluring and somewhat intoxicating. This card shows up when you have been living in two worlds as a way of not choosing either. And this is kind of what it gives me, right? Like in between worlds or transition period. You may be feeling overwhelmed by decisions, and instead of choosing to retreat into another daydream, it's healthy to fantasize about having two lives. But if too much time is spent in between both you will wake up feeling not a part of either, Feel fully in it. Get caught up in the wonder of one. So there is something about merging your non-physical and multidimensional attributes. That's definitely what it gives me. And no longer like compartmentalizing these sides of yourself, you know, especially if this is about, you know, maybe you're a creative person, but maybe you feel like you're also attached to the construct of this matrix in some other ways, right? Maybe bound to that, and maybe you're going through a transitional phase to be able to kind of detach more from that construct of this matrix and apply a different type of navigation when it comes to life on Earth. That's definitely the vibe that it gives me, okay, especially when it comes to just the way that you express yourself. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at Five of Trees, because this is you guys longing for more, right? When we talk about a Five of Coins energy. So let's go and take a look at Five of Trees. So Five of Trees is, again, maybe some type of loss that you feel like you're going through. A fatal rot sweeps across the land, causing utter devastation. Five withered trees line the grim scene, branches reaching up towards the sun for hope. The crop that was thriving here is now dead, the soil poisoned from chemicals and from being overworked. You can still smell the death lingering in the air, and there is still little opportunity to nurture new life here anytime soon. So again, it definitely gives me an energy of maybe you guys feeling like you're working in some kind of field or circumstance or situation, some kind of aspect of your life, but there's almost diminishing returns in some way. Or something is just very draining for you, or you're longing for something more and you want to experience something more, and it's about giving yourself permission to be able to do that, right? So a dark purple cloud sweeps across the sky, ready to eclipse the sun. Everything you've worked for has been destroyed, and you have little faith in the future. You may be at rock bottom, but don't wallow too long in your self-pity. Instead, learn from this. Spending time with your loss and grieving what is gone will be the only way to move on from it. And that's what we talked about, right? Healing is about integrating, okay? To heal is to become whole in yourself, right? When it comes to the spirit having a human experience and being able to kind of experience that polarity, all right? So yeah, it definitely gives me a vibe of almost going through this grieving process where it may even feel like you're losing a part of yourself, or you're losing something that's been in your life for a long time, or a way of doing things that has served a purpose but also no longer does, you know. The shell of who you is that you've been is no longer who you have to be to moving forward, right? So again, that's saying healing is sometimes about letting go. So I feel like there's something that you guys are sacrificing, and again, to sacrifice is to make sacred. So it is definitely some kind of action that you're taking that allows you to honor the sacred journey of the soul. And then it means Corbin, right, in Latin, and Corbin means that something is drawing near. So there's almost like new sacred events that are drawing near, but it definitely requires you to release something and to surrender to some type of transformation. And as soon as you accept that, you know, that resistance becomes a lot weaker and you can allow yourself to just flow, okay? So hardships will always have a way of setting us back, but it is up to you how you overcome it. So again, this may be like a little kind of, you know, transitional phase that you're going through with that Five of Pentacles. That's definitely what it gives me. Like there's some type of transition that you guys are going through in order to step into this new version of yourself, this next version of yourself, you know. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at a Shaman's Dream Oracle message, because I feel like you guys are being prepared to kind of journey into other worlds, right? To other realms. And then we'll also, I kind of want to see the Lotus energy. We have right use of power flipping. Okay, wow. How interesting. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you have stars in the sky, limitless possibility, which is about you guys reaching for the stars during this time. There's new opportunities that are going to be presenting themselves to you. And then you have sacred covenant, which means that this is a new contract, right? A lot of you, this is something that you were contracted to do when it comes to life on Earth. Like this is a lot of your pre-soul agreements, right? Before incarnating into this vessel. And this is being upgraded to a sacred covenant, but it does require some type of termination, okay? So a lot of you could be, again, you're realizing that you're not bound or tied to any specific soul contracts of any kind, or any specific continuums, like to one continuum. I feel like you're seeing the ability to kind of apply your free will in different ways at this stage in your life that allow you to shift timelines, that allow you to open up different experiences for yourself, okay? And it's like you're no longer limiting yourself to just one way of doing things, or there's no like limitations. It's like you're returning back to what's laying dormant within you, which is your infinite potential and how you want to apply that in this realm. So yeah, with limitless possibilities, you guys are limitless. It's like you're no longer limiting yourself when it comes to these contracts, right? That's what it talks about. You're no longer limiting yourself to just one way of being. So let's go ahead and see. 51. So this basically says that you can imagine that what you're basically looking at in the sky is only a tiny glimpse of what's to come. This is about a never-ending sea of potential that you yourself are made up of and now have at your disposal. Your life right now is alive with possibilities, and you need clear focus to home in on what avenue of expression most calls towards you, okay? So it's time to choose and not be distracted of the sheer magnitude of what may be, right? With the 7 of lotuses, like allow yourself to daydream, but if you don't act upon your dreams, they'll remain just that, dreams, you know? So it does require action to collapse it through space-time and to become, you know, one with these major shifts, to allow yourself to shift, right? So this is about a glittering potential into your reality. Take small steps, small movements towards this, okay? If you can imagine this and hold that vision, you will summon all the celestial helpers and guides to aid you into bringing it into fruition. And I feel like that's what's going on during this time. Keep your focus on the essence of potential rather than the form of it. The universe has its own ideas on how to best serve you and all of us at the same time. Trust that this is a fact rather than theory, and you will not act surprised when your dreams come true, for they surely will, exactly as you need them to. So again, it's being open to that. And what I'm seeing is like a page of wands, right, with the wanderer. It's like you're about to stumble on to so much more than you had expected. That's the message that's coming through, because again, this is like interconnected when it comes to a message from your guides and like your angels having a surprise for you. I'll link that reading down below, and I feel like this new shell is this surprise, and it's a huge upgrade. You know, it's like you're not even able to realize how far. What I'm seeing is like somebody literally outgrow these shoes, right? It's like you've outgrown these shoes, and shoes in the metaphysical realm represent like your spiritual journey that you're on, and something's been limiting you. Maybe you've been reducing yourself. Maybe your light has been dimmed in some way. And in order to truly flourish, I'm seeing somebody like come out of those shoes, and that it's like a huge release that happens. It's almost like it's a relieved energy. And I'm seeing them get their foot measured, and they've climbed up like 2 or 3 sizes, but they haven't realized it because they've like kept themselves bound in some way. So I feel like there's something that you guys are about to see when it comes to, literally, this is a quantum leap. This is what it is. There's like a quantum leap that's going on in your life. And sugar, there's something else that was coming through that, but yeah, there's something huge that's going on, like a huge quantum leap that's happening. Like you're about to up level or upsize something, and you're gonna realize, oh my gosh, yeah, this is what it feels like. This is like life feeling like it fits like a glove with this version of myself, with this octave of myself, and I just get like an entirely like liberating experience. Some of you, I'm hearing like it's all that you've ever known. It's like, so how could you know any different? But it's like you're about to get to know a very, very different life than you had previously been experiencing, okay? Or just surviving in. Again, it's like you're going to be able to really thrive here, okay? So, yeah, huge quantum leap. Was there anything else there? I know there was something. I don't know if we'll see if it comes back around, but let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and get one of these messages for you. Gateway of the Light activation. Oh, what was it? Yeah, I'm seeing like like you may limit yourself, because there's something around what the surprise is from your guides. Is that I was seeing like you think that you want this shell, right? But your guides are about to surprise you with a completely different shell. Okay, a completely different shell. And it's bigger, it's better than you would have, like, this is about not settling. It's like the universe wants you to think bigger during this time. Dream the biggest shell possible, okay? Order of the Melchizedek. So again, don't give up. A mission is uncovered, and you guys are going to be embraced by life, okay? By light, okay? Maybe you guys are going to be embracing life, and you're going to feel like you're going to be embraced by life, which is super interesting, okay? Again, that's like a 𝓚𝓪𝓮, that's like a whispers of fate. Can be like unconsciously uttered by the speaker. And then again, you do have divine support with voice activation, okay, which is super interesting, and angelic attunement. So the order of the Melchizedek, Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at this for you guys. Okay, Order of the Melchizedek. This is about you have learned so much, and now you're recognizing all the lessons and your experiences have challenges have brought you. The Order of the Melchizedek is coming to you today to encourage you to continue on this pathway and not to give up, even in moments of darkness and fear. There is an opportunity for you to share your light. If you're feeling overwhelmed, it's imperative for you to know that you're not alone. Light is with you and within you, and by invoking spiritual support, you will be able to muster up the strength, courage, and the focus you need to surmount whatever challenges you face, okay? So again, this is something that I feel like is being upgraded, right? This talks about like a not just a spiritual upgrade, but yeah, it's like you're climbing the ranks in some aspect of your life, but it's going to be translating into your physical experience. Like I feel like you're about to become very, I'm hearing world renowned and also like established. There's something about becoming really established into this new position. Yeah, share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution expression. Again, a lot of you, this is where you may have felt like persecuted, even like ancestrally in some way. And then you have unbound, right? Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Yeah, definitely ancestry, okay? And even in your parallel lives, things that you kind of have taken into this incarnation that you're supposed to kind of transcend from, okay? So there's something about really allowing yourself to step forward, not really caring about being perceived, but just creating your life for creation's sake, okay? So you have just say yes as well here at the base. Right. Let's see what else comes through for you. Okay, we also have called Soul Gifts Training. It's time to step up, okay? So again, a lot of you, it's time to step up and lead in some aspect of your life, okay? Lead the way. And then you also have Activated Earth, Power Places, Ley Lines, and Trust Where You're Led. So again, a lot of you, this is like a pilgrimage energy, but with ley lines, it does show like a highly activated point, all right? So this is like a surge of energy that's going to be happening for you guys. It's some type of flood of energy that's going to come with a lot of upgrades. Let's just say that. But yeah, certain activated points that you're going to be tuning into, especially when it comes to the meridian lines, not just within the vessel, but also when it comes to around the earth. There's something about that completely being connected or interconnected when it comes to your journey on earth. Again, this reminds me of tuning into like the DNA of the earth, right? Yeah, like you guys are tuning into the DNA of the earth in some way and retrieving your parallel lives. And it's like I'm hearing you're kind of finishing what you had intended to experience, right? Or you're allowing yourself to like really be aligned with that path, okay? And you're becoming one with you're walking as one with your divinity because of that. I'm hearing like divinity is also moving and expressing itself through you, okay? Okay, let's go ahead. We'll get one of these messages as well with an oracle message. We'll also get an angel number message, and then we'll probably close out there. All right, we have Angel of Strength. Very, very strong energy. Again, this is like the Strength card, right? So Angel of Strength is about blending your physical self with also, again, your non-physical self, right? This is the interface of where your divinity meets the physical realm. This interface of where your spirit is seated within the physical vessel, and it begins to animate itself through this physical vessel. So there's something around this, like you guys really being able to be your higher self in physical form. Like you are the highest octave and highest expression of yourself, right? You are your higher self in physical form in this realm. So you're not separate from your divinity or compartmentalizing that in any way. Okay, and that's going to be super healing because it's again an integration that's happening where you're integrating and merging your higher self with your lower self. Okay, I'm hearing it's only the shell that belongs to like the lower realms, but not you. Like something around this, like yeah, go the distance. You guys are definitely going to be going the distance. Okay, you're definitely, again, this is about spiritual stamina, okay, that you guys have built up as well. So just prepare to like go further than you had expected. All right, it's time to tell yourself a new story. Okay, let's go ahead and get an angel number message. Maybe we'll get a star child message too. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 persistence. So keep going. You have completed a task that is in alignment with your soul's journey. The divine is letting you know that it sees you and that all your persistence is paying off. You are being acknowledged. Okay, so 606 reflection. When you allow time for reflection, you allow yourself to see where inner shifts are needed. It's time for you to look at your beliefs and ask, is this serving me, or is it time for me to release this? Reflect, refocus, and readjust. Okay, and as you do that, you step into what feels like it's an expression with your higher self. For protection. So this is your time to take confidence in all it is that you pursue. The divine universe is working through you and protecting you. Time has come to allow all doors of opportunity to welcome you with open arms. All right, let's get star chart message. Why not as well? Let's see. Right, what do you need to know? Oh, share space. So again, you guys are sharing this space with more than just yourself. Again, you're existing in multiple dimensions simultaneously, and you're always intercommunicating with these different dimensional aspects of self, right? It's like the distinct life forms that you guys take in these other vibrational frequencies, right? Or these other archetypal expressions of yourself. So yeah, that's super interesting that I'm manifested due to the natural laws of that physical vibrational environment. So again, this could be like your starseed origins or connections. Let's go ahead and take a look at share space for you guys. Beautiful, beautiful card. Number 2. Okay, this talks about telepathy, co-creation, communing, honoring Christ consciousness, releasing judgment, opportunities for new ways of relating, healing relationship wounds, honoring other and self. So again, this is about communion, not just with other people, but with all life, okay? So again, like telepathy could definitely be increasing during this time for you guys. It also talks about how, again, you're becoming very, very conscious during this time. You're holding this different level of light within your aura, and it's helping you when it comes to releasing old paradigms of energies, patterns, thought forms that no longer serve you. Ask yourself, have you recently noticed some old patterns re-emerging based on such thoughts and beliefs, almost making you feel like you're not yourself sometimes? Again, this is kind of like the in-between worlds. Maybe you're feeling like you've outgrown some type of shell, okay, or habits or traits within yourself or belief systems, but there's almost like a shift that has to happen to like fully break free from that. And realize it's no longer yours to carry anymore, you know? And again, this doesn't align with the love of source. It doesn't align with your true self in some way. So there's almost like a contradiction that you may feel like is still taking place. And again, knowing that you're seeing things from a different perspective of love during this time. So yeah, you're going to be moving towards richer experiences, and it talks about a beautiful path and sharing space, connecting with everyone as brothers and sisters, and being able to see that again, that you're no longer caught up in the old paradigm or old dramas. Okay, you're remembering yourself, and perfect opportunities are about to root out your deepest core belief systems. And yeah, it's super beautiful energy. Anything else specific? You're starting to trust your own perception and increase your discernment. So again, this next chapter definitely requires self-trust. Okay. I'm hearing like I'm looking at you guys looking at your old self, okay, or like an old version of self, and again, like this version of self didn't know this one, but you know that one, and that version wouldn't have been able to maybe fully be equipped to handle this shift, but this version of yourself completely is. So trust that, okay? Don't worry about what was, because you've never been this version of yourself. You're now handling situations or obstacles as your higher self would, because you are your higher self in physical form. All right, so super interesting energy. You guys are going to be releasing burdens, and you're following your inner child during this time. Okay, so I'm going to love and leave you guys right there. I hope that this reading brought you the clarification and insight that you need at this stage in your journey. If you're not already subscribed to this channel and want to stick around for future reads, do consider subscribing. We'd love to have you around. Personal reading details are also down below. And until next time, bye!